Hello, my name is Sahil Sharma and I am assistant professor at Thapar University Patiala in the computer science department. Welcome to my channel Geeky School with Sahil Sharma. So, we were learning about the pandas in the previous video and we are continuing with the pandas only. In this video, I will be discussing about the group by function in the pandas and how it helps us in the data frames. But before that, I want to show you few things regarding the Newton School as well as my channel Geeky School with Sahil Sharma. I have few subscribers right now. I hope that you like my video, and if you like it, do subscribe to my channel. So let's see about my channel. I will show you first that from where you can go and look into the more videos within the playlist of this end-to-end Python for data science. Along with that, I will also show you my GitHub page where all the codes are being uploaded. Along with my video recording, I always put my codes into my GitHub repository and I share that link in the description of this video on the YouTube. So let's see those two things and then we will move to the coding within the collaboratory. So this is how my channel looks like, Geeky School with Sahil Sharma, and within this I have a playlist of end-to-end Python for data science. If you view the full playlist, I have covered the introduction and then basics of Python, then data structures in Python, date, time and time zone, regular expressions, NumPy, pandas. Now pandas will be taught in multiple videos, maybe 5 to 7 videos for pandas only, and then we will move to the Matplotlib, the Seaborn libraries, and then we will move into the exploratory data analysis. And I will be wrapping up this course with 2 capstone projects that will be helpful for you. I also want to show you my GitHub page. So my GitHub link is Sahil31290. So you can go to this page and within the repositories, you can click on this Python for data science, right? So within the Python for data science, you will find many codes. For all the videos that I'm recording, I am putting all the links here. All the codes can be found. And I'm covering group by operations of pandas in this video. So you can, after coming to this page, you can click on this 6.4 pandas group by operation. So this code is available at this page and you can look into the code here also, and eventually you can also open in Colab and practice along with me. Now let's move to the coding part and I will make you understand that how this code works. So group by operation allows us to examine the data on a per category basis. Now let me explain with examples that what do I mean. So first of all, I want to import the pandas as PD, and then I also want to read a CSV file, sample.csv. It is a very small file. I have typed it in, and I have put already these 2 CSV files for the purpose of this code only. So sample.csv and mpg.csv are the 2 files that I will be using in this video. So sample.csv looks like this. In this, you will see that there are multiple categories, category A, B, and C, and having different values. Now I want to combine these categories, maybe do the sum or mean on these things. So let's do it. So I can simply do some operation on this data frame, like df.group by. I want to group by this data frame by the category. Now category is this column. So within the category there are A, B, and C, and I want to do the summation. So let's see how it looks like. So it looks like A 7, B 11, and C 15. Now if you do the addition between A, both values, 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 plus 4 is 11, and 2, 6, 7 for the C is equal to 15. So the summation is done according to the categories. So this is how we can simply kind of combine all the categories using the group by function with the sum. Now same thing can be done for the mean also. So if you do df.group by equal to category dot mean, you will be actually doing the mean of all the categories. So because there were 2 things in A, 7 by 2 is 3.5, B were also 2, and C were 3. So 11 by 2, 5.5, 15 by 3, 5. So these are the 3 values that are here as the mean values. So you can also get the counts. Now that you already know that A is twice, B is twice, and C is thrice, so the counts is also available to us. Now I want to do a bit complex thing on a CSV file. So I want to actually implement the group by function on the CSV file, and let's see how it looks like. I have already imported it. I have told you earlier that mpg.csv is here. I will be putting these 2 CSV files on my GitHub page also. So while so when I do a read CSV on mpg.csv, this is how it looks like. So there are multiple columns, there are 9 columns and total of 398 rows. There are multiple column names: mpg, it is miles per gallon, then cylinders in a car, displacement, horsepower, weight, acceleration, model year, origin, name. So let's focus on few of the columns and get the things done. So if I want to focus on model year is having multiple values, right? Model year has 70, you can also see 82 in the end. But let's see that how many different unique values are there in the model year. So there are these values of 70, 71 up to 82. There are 13 years of data. And then I also want to see the number of cylinders in the car. There are 8 cylinders, there are 4 cylinders, and I want to see the other amount of unique cylinders also. So there are 8, 4, 6, 3, 5. There are 5 types of different cylinders in different cars. Now I want to also look into how much cylinders are there of each type. So 8 cylinder cars are 103, 4 cylinders are 204, 6 cylinders are 84. The cars with 3 cylinders are number of 4, and number of cars with 5 cylinders is 3. So you can get a bit of idea that how it looks like. Now let's play with this data regarding the model year column as well as the cylinder column. So let's see what to do now. If I just write df.group by model year, and I am not giving any aggregate value, I'm not saying that I want to do a mean or anything. I'm just giving that, just giving the command that group by model year, but this is a placeholder in itself and it will not do anything. So it is a pandas core object. So it is a object, right? And it is not doing anything. But if I write that I want to do the mean, so it will be doing the mean according to model year. So you can see that in year 70, mpg had a mean value of 70.6, cylinders were 6.7 on an average. And you can see that over time the number of cylinders are like 5.57, 5.82. So these are the mean number of cylinders, right? And again, displacement has been presented year wise. Again, weight has been presented year wise according to the mean values. Now if I want to do over this mean value, I just want to see the column of mpg. I just want to focus on this one. So obviously now I can append this, right? And if I do it, I will only get the mpg column. Okay, so this is how it looks like. For each year 70 to 82, mpg mean values are 17.6, 21.2. So these values are like this. Now if I want to do a mean, but I also want to do a group by over a list of items, I mean model year and cylinder, I want to consider these two columns now. And by working on these two columns, I want to do the mean value. Let's see how it looks like. Now because I have given model year first and then cylinders, so outer boundary is being covered by model year, right? Model year 70, model year 71 up to 82, and cylinders are in and cylinders are coming in second: 468, 468, 348. I mean, you can see that it is being grouped according to the number of parameters in this. So this is how it looks like after doing the group by over multiple parameters. Now I want to see that for when I do, now I want to see that when I am doing the mean, I want to see how many columns are there. Now obviously model year and cylinder has moved out. Other columns are mpg, displacement, weight, acceleration, and origin. Okay, so these are the other columns. Those you could also see here. So these 5 were the other columns. Now let's move ahead. Now when I do this, when this group by function is done over the 2 parameters and mean has been calculated, I want to see that how does my index look like. So it will be something like 70,4, 70,6, 70,8. So it will be having different values according to the values we saw here. So you can see that for 70 there were 3 values, 4, 6, 8. So it will be 70,4, 70,6. So if I want to assess this row, the first row, I have to assess 70,4 index, right? So to just to give you an idea, this is how you can do. So by using the index value, you will get multiple indices, multi-level indexing, right? So now after this, you can also look into the MPG of these two things, and we will be working on it now. So let's say that we have model cylinders and MPG along with that. So miles per gallon for 4 cylinders in 1970 was 25.2 as the mean value. Again, miles per gallon for maybe year 72 with cylinders 3 was 19. So 19 miles per gallon was there. So you get an idea that what I'm trying to do with this data. Right now, if I want to describe this, if I want to describe my model year grouping, so if I do it like this, it will look something like this. You can see that there is this MPG, there are cylinders, there are displacement, and for each parameter, the count, mean, standard deviation, min, and 25%, 50% up to max. So these 8 values are being calculated for each parameter. So if I want to look it in a clean way, I will do a transpose and it will look like this. So if I do a transpose, I can see now that for MPG parameter, so these are the 8 parameters, these are the 8 values for each year, 70, 71 up to 82. Similarly for cylinder, similarly for displacement, weight and acceleration or region. So all those things have been used in calculating these 8 parameters when we do the describe function. So now if I do years cylinder, let's say I don't do this. Let's say I don't give any name to this. Let me do like this. Now let's say that I am doing df.group by model year cylinders.mean. So this is how it looks like. So it looks like this, that it was 74 and these values were there. I want to save this as years cylinder, right? I want to save this data frame as year cylinder, and I will be working on this year cylinder for the next few lines of code. So this is how my year cylinder looks like. Model year and cylinder combination has been grouped, and these are the values in the data frame. Now I want to play with this thing. I want to see that what are my index names, right? So year cylinder index names are model year and cylinders, right? So these were the two index names that were at the beginning. Now I want to see index levels. So if I want to look into index levels, I can see that there are multiple levels in it. So 70 to 82 is one, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 are others. So index levels means that I'm getting different values of model year, which are 70 to 82, and also different values for cylinder, which are 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Right. So these are the different levels. Now I want to assess LOC 70. 70 means that I want to assess the year 70. So this is how it looks like. Within year 70, there are multiple cylinders, 4, 6, and 8, and these are the 3 rows with the detailed mean values for each column, MPG, displacement, everything. Again, now if I do this grouping as LOC, now again I want to look into 70,80. 70,80 means that I am looking at 2 years. Now because there are multiple years will be printed with this model year 70 and model year 80. Within that 3 rows and 4 rows respectively are there. Now if I look at this place 70,8, 70,8 means that within the year 70, having 8 cylinders, so this should be the output, right? Let's see how it prints. So 70,8 gives me values of MPG, displacement, weight, acceleration, and origin. So these are the 5 values that were highlighted by me here. So this is how we can assess. So I hope that you are getting a basic idea that how to do the grouping within the columns and how to assess the values within that. Now let's do some cross-sectioning. Cross-sectioning means that every time when I'm getting the values of a particular year, I'm getting it as a triplet, or maybe having 4 values. So let's say I want to get all the values with 4 cylinders over number of years, right? So we had 70 to 82, 13 number of years, and I only want to print the rows having 4 cylinders in it, right? So this is how we will do it in cross section. So when I when I'm using year cylinder, I have to do this command of dot access. It is a cross section command. At key 70, I want to focus on level equal to model year, right? So within that, this is how it looks like. For year 70, I'm getting all the values. Now if I do it like 70,80, I will be getting the values like this, 70 and 80. But now let's focus only on number of four cylinders, right? So if I do it without naming them as four cylinders, so this is how it will look like. Let me do it for you. So you can see in this that only those rows have come up which had four cylinders, 25.28, 27.46. Let us verify. So 25.28, right? And for 71, it was 27.46. So yeah, I mean, the values are correct. But now there is a small problem in this. We are not sure just by looking at this data that which number of cylinders are being talked about. So just to avoid the confusion, what we can do is we can actually name these things as four cylinder. So when you will be looking into this data, you will know for sure that it is four cylinders over the number of years. Now let's focus on 6 and 8 cylinders. Now because we want to get the cylinders for 6 and 8, right? I want to get the rows for all the years having 6 and 8 number of cylinders. Now it is a bit complex if you do it like this, because you cannot give 6,8 here as a list. You have to give only one value in the key. But there is another method. What you can do is you can first filter it out. You can do some filtering. You can do this filtering as df cylinders dot is in 6,8. So within this data frame you can do the grouping. So you can find the groups of model year and cylinders dot mean over 6 and 8 number of cylinders, right? Now if you print this, you will look at only 6 and 8 number of cylinders data over the number of years. So now if you want to swap these levels, let's say you want to swap the cylinders and model years, and you want to bring the cylinders first and then model year. So what can be done is you can just do this command of swap level. This is a swap level function which actually swaps the both columns at the index level. So model year and cylinders have been swapped out, but now you can see that 70 has 3 copies, 71 has again 3 copies. So depending upon the number of cylinders, the copies of model year have been made at the second level. Now moving on to the next command, if you want to do some sorting, this is how you can do, but based on model year. So I'm using a command of sort index. I want to sort my index at the level of model year. Ascending equal to false, it means I will be doing it in the descending order. 82 will come first and then 81 over up to 70 year. So 82 is first now, 6 4, 81 second, and then eventually we are going to the year 70, right? And same can be done for number of cylinders, but there is a problem in cylinders. So there were multiple type of cylinders, right? 8 6 5. So first of all the years will be covered having 8 number of cylinders. So 888 is common to all number of years here, and then 6 will be covered, then 4, then 3. So different cylinders count will affect your data while presenting this thing. So there is this aggregate command also. So these are the aggregate functions, right? Mean, median, mode, standard deviation, count. So all these things are aggregate functions. Now if you apply standard deviation and mean over the full data frame, it will look like this. So for the full data set, you have got the standard deviation and mean for each column, right? But if you want to do it only for mpg, miles per gallon, so over for miles per gallon you can get this value, that standard deviation is 7.81 and mean value is 23.5 for miles per gallon. But again, you can apply different aggregate functions over different columns. So you can use a dictionary for that, df.aggregate function. Using the dictionary, you can pass that for mpg you only want max and mean, but for weight you want mean and standard deviation. So if you print it like this, you will find that for mpg you are getting max and mean, and for weight you are getting mean and standard deviation. Now, because you are doing it on a dictionary, so the values which were not asked, let's say for weight, max value was not asked, it will be filled with a not a number value, and standard deviation was not asked for mpg, so it will be filled with not a number. So this is how that we do the group by operations over the data frame and get the multiple insights from the data set. So that's it for this group by operations. In the next video, we will be covering combining of data frame. We will be learning about the left and right join, the inner join, the outer join. So all those things will be covered in the next video. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Let's meet in the next video. Bye bye.